Good morning. Myself, Dr. Rajkumar, working as an associate professor in the Department of Physics, Jaipur Engineering College and Research Center. Today I am going to explain the practical to determine the wavelength of helium neon laser and hence determine the coherent length and coherent time of helium neon laser. Outcomes of this practical: after doing this practical, the students are able to learn applicability, teamwork, use of optical instruments to determine the wavelength of the helium neon laser, concept of coherent length, coherent time. Then, what is helium neon laser? It is the first gaseous laser fabricated by Ali Jawan and his co-workers in 1961. It is used to produce a continuous laser beam and it contains the helium and neon gas in the ratio 10:1 by weight. Coherent length and coherent time. The average length for which the field remains sinusoidal is called coherent length, and the average time for which the field remains sinusoidal is called the coherent time, and the relationship between the coherent length and coherent time is given by LC is equals to C into tau C. Now, theory and formula. The wavelength lambda of any spectral line can be find out by using the formula E plus B sin theta is equals to n lambda, where lambda is equals to E plus B sin theta upon n. E plus B is called the grating element, theta is called the angle of diffraction, n is the order of the spectrum. Now students, this is the complete setup for this practical. This is an optical bench on which a scale is given from 0 to 100 centimeter. This is the helium neon laser source. This is the student's grating and this is the optical screen. Here it is seen the scale is also given. Now this is the diffraction grating. This is simply a plain transparent plate such as a glass plate just seen in the diagram, on which equal and parallel number of equidistant lines are drawn with the help of the diamond point. When a light is incident on such a plate, the ruled lines they will act like opaque, and the distance between the ruled lines acts like a slit so that the light can pass through them. Now we will insert this grating here. When a laser light is incident on the grating, we will get the spectrum of the different orders on the optical screen. Now this is the central maxima whose intensity is maximum. This is the first order spectra, this is the second order spectra on this side, and this is the first order spectra and the second order spectra on the other side. Now students, coherent length is given by LC is equals to lambda square upon delta lambda, where delta lambda is 0.01 angstrom, and coherent time tau C is given by tau C is equals to LC upon C, where C is the speed of light. This is the energy level diagram of a helium neon laser, and it is used to produce a continuous laser beam, and it is a 4 energy level system. Now we will come to the observation table. Position of the rider of the diffraction grating. This is the rider. This is the rider on which the grating is placed. Position of the rider of the optical screen. This is the rider on which an optical screen is placed. Now, with a position of the rider of diffraction grating x1, it will be from 0 to here, it will be x1, and for x2 it will be from 0 to here. Now we will subtract these two, this minus this, and it will be the f, x2 minus x1. The distance between the grating and the screen, it will be f, and it will be 9.4 centimeter. Number of the lines on the grating, students, this is the grating on which 15,000 lines per inch are drawn on this grating. Now this is the observation table. Distance between the grating and the screen F, we have already find out 9.4 centimeter. This and this is the difference. Order of maxima students, first order, second order. Right hand side students, we will take readings for the first order. Right hand side means the distance between the central maxima and first order maxima, and we will take the readings on this scale here. The scale is given here and it will be 4.5 centimeter. We will take left hand side reading for first order. It will be what? The distance or the difference between the central maxima and the first order maxima. It will be left hand side reading. Now we will take the average of this, it will be xm. Similarly, readings take for the second order. Right hand side, it will be the distance between the central maxima and second order maxima. It will be RHS, and LHS, the distance between the central maxima and the second order maxima. It will be the LHS, and the mean of these two readings, it will be this. So mean of first order reading will be 4.5, second order it will be 11.75. Now we have to find out this here in this formula. We will use lambda is equals to E plus B sine theta upon n. Yes, sir. For finding out wavelength, the formula is E plus B sine theta upon n. For this we will first find out the theta, the angle of the diffraction from this diagram. Now students, this will be the angle of the diffraction for the first order maxima. This is the central order maxima, and this is the angle theta for the first order. Similarly, it will be like here for the second order maxima on this side. Similarly, for this angle theta for first order this side and second order this side. Now students, now we will, this will be the xm. xm is the average of the first order spectra. Now we will find out this value by the Pythagoras theorem. Now students, under root x square m plus f, this cos square plus this cos square into under root square, it will be gives this value, and it will be 14.7, and for second order it will be 18.2. Now we will find out the angle of the diffraction theta. It will be like this, xm upon this, we will get the angle theta for order 1, and this will be theta for the order of the spectrum 2. Calculations. Number of the lines on the grating is 15,000 lines per inch. Grating element E plus B is, what is E plus B? E plus B is W upon N. W is width of the grating, it will be 2.54 centimeter, N will be 15,000, and we will find out this, it will be equals to 1.69 into 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter. Calculation of wavelength. Now we will calculate the wavelength for helium neon. Let us use formula lambda is equals to E plus B sine theta upon n. We will find out lambda 1 for order spectrum 1 and lambda 2 for the order of the spectrum 2. For finding out lambda, we will put E plus B into sine theta. Sine theta for the order spectrum 1, it will be 0.30 upon n is 1, and it will be 0.6489 to 10 to the power minus 4 centimeter. Lambda 2 is equals to E plus B, will put here sine theta for order of maxima 2. It will be 0.60. It will be the upon 2, and it will be 0.6489 angstrom. Now we will take mean of lambda 1 and lambda 2, and it will be 0.6489 into 10 to the power 4 centimeter, and it will be 6489 angstrom. Now we will find out the coherent length. Coherent length is given by the delta lambda is 0.01 angstrom given. So delta L is equals to lambda square upon delta lambda, and it will be 6489 whole square upon 0.01. It will be 107,606 angstrom. Coherent time tau is equals to delta L upon C equals to 107606 into 10 to the power minus 10 upon 3 into 10 to the power 8. It will be 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 seconds. Achieved outcomes. The wavelength of the helium neon laser which we have calculated above it is 6489 angstrom. Coherent length it will be 107606 angstrom. Coherent time 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 14 seconds. Expected the standard value for the wavelength of helium neon laser is 6328 angstrom. Outcome fulfilled, percentage error, it will be 16%. It can be calculated by using formula expected outcome minus achieved outcome upon expected outcome into 100, and it will be 16%. Now these are the some of the precautions which we will take while doing this experiment. Height of the laser source, slit, lens and grating, optical screen on all riders should be same. All riders must be aligned along the common axis. Slit, grating and optical screen should be vertical to each other, and grating should be fixed for normal incidence. Thank you.